So next up is Danny Britt. You ready, Dan? Cool. I'm gonna say a few words about Dan. Dan's going to be presenting Drumopedia and linear drumming. Last year he had the privilege of performing at one of the world's top drum events, the Cape Breton International Drum Festival. It's very well known. Dan runs YouTube's drum TV show and is revered as one of the most forward-thinking drummers and educators in the industry. So we're looking forward to it, Dan.
Yeah. I wonder whose idea was that I follow all this talent. My God. John.
Last but not least.
Jimmy, Curtis. Oh my God. That was tremendous. And like Curtis said, everybody has something different to offer. You know, I can't do what, you know, these guys can do, but we all come out to these drumming events and we all get inspired and in my case, in some people's case, humble at the same time, but that keeps evolving really the world of drumming. And I met Curtis probably about around the time he was talking about 9/11 before. I probably met Curtis around that time. My band started to play in New York City, and I got an opportunity to play with the amazing Stanley Jordan, who was very into the healing, and Curtis talked about the healing a little bit too. And then I met Curtis through that, and then I heard, you know, Curtis play with Vernon Reid, and when my band, my high school band was playing, it was like Live in Color just came out, and it was like, that was the thing, you know? Like Vernon Reid with Cult of Personality. Then I met Curtis, and I was like, wait a second, you play with this guy? I'm like, yeah, let's hang out, man. You wanna hang out with me? You know, so that was a big honor. And I just met Jimmy for the first time today, and he's, you know, first time meeting him, he came up, and I was setting up, and he just came down and hugged me. You know?
Yeah. That sounds legit.
And it just shows like these guys are not just fantastic musicians and worldly musicians, but they're just in it for the real reason of music, like Curtis explains, you know. They play with all these top guys around the world so much, and they're still so humble and loving what they do. And John Donovan, I had the opportunity to play with at a Sam Ash Drum Summit, and he's a DCI World Champion, another incredible player. So today, what I want to do is just play along with a little track and stuff, and I'm going to combine, I just wrote a book called Drumopedia, and I'm going to combine one of the two, the chapter 2 and the linear chapter of Drumopedia. So right now I'll just pass out one of the chapters. This is the book right here, Drumopedia. It'll be available soon. But I want to pass out one of the chapters, and nice. It's the linear chapter. So what I'm going to do now is just play along with a track and combine two of the chapters. One's just kind of like holding the beat chapter, rock beats or pop beats, and I'm going to insert some kind of linear playing, which is playing one limb at a time. So instead of multiple limbs, it's dividing up the limbs. And in my case, I like to do a lot of 3-note linear drumming, like and 5. So I'm going to throw that in to that, and then solo a little, and then finish up with like a fun piece. And you know, these rolling kits have some fun stuff in it. And then after that, I'll just break down some of the linear patterns and explain how it can go into some grooves